And what is up, everybody? All right, just finished watching BJPenn.com. He posts up the video of Wendy Williams talking about Ronda Rousey. Basically, talking about she just blasted Ronda Rousey. Now, mind you, I've made no bones about my feelings towards Ronda Rousey as a person and how she deals herself, how she handles herself professionally when it comes to, you know, when it comes to other people. Can't take anything away from her as a fighter, but how she is as a person, or at least how she deals with other people like outside of her circle. And first, Wendy Williams starts off with because apparently Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue had 3 different covers. And with those 3 different covers, she says the first ever plus size model on it was the first ever plus size model. She's a size 16. That's on the cover of Sports Illustrated to basically change men's perspective. And I'm looking at this girl and I'm like, that's not plus size. That's not plus size at all, man. I mean, don't try to act like, honestly, especially women, don't try to act like you don't know what attractive and unattractive is. Don't try to act like you don't know what ugly actually is. The girl that they had, this woman was gorgeous. The woman was absolutely gorgeous. Very attractive woman. Definitely don't consider her a plus size model. Obviously, very attractive woman. Then when she goes to the other cover, then she goes to Ronda Rousey. And then basically talks about how Ronda Rousey's got no business being on that cover because Ronda Rousey's not pretty enough. So, wait. You're praising Sports Illustrated for, finally saying, what beautiful is by having a plus size, who really isn't plus size, model for the first time on the cover. I mean, there's obese women that wish they looked like this woman, okay? And then you're gonna, because Sports Illustrated is finally gonna say, to shake the distortion of what pretty actually is, only to go immediately to the left to say Ronda Rousey isn't pretty enough. This is somebody you see in your swimming pool in Jersey. It's like, really? That's a stupid thing about liberal. And Ronda Rousey is a very attractive woman. That was one of the very, very big appeals about her, and as to why she was, because Gina Carano, very attractive, but very muscular at the same time. It was kind of funny, but at the same time kind of cruel when Ryan Reynolds called her a less angry Rosie O'Donnell in Deadpool. That's kind of messed up to say that about somebody as pretty as her, but you look at her. Obviously this woman is strong. She's muscular. Ronda Rousey, a majority of the women that she's fought, strong, strong, muscular, have a big build to them, and Ronda Rousey did not. And yet she was able to do the things that she did. Ronda Rousey was by no stretch of the imagination. You see her walking down the street, you think maybe, okay, she just stays in shape. That's about it. You would never think that she was capable of doing the things that she does in the cage. Never. Just first look at her, and it's because of that. Because okay, you had the Chris Cyborg. I already got into why Chris Cyborg, is never going to fight. Is never going to fight in UFC. But Gina Carano, Kat Zingano, even Misha Tate, and the majority of the other girls that she's fought, got these big muscular builds, and none of them were good enough to make Dana White change his mind about women in the UFC. Ronda Rousey was. And you're going to say she's not pretty enough to be on Sports Illustrated? You say you say this plus size model who's not really fat, that beauty is beauty isn't always small, but then you're going to say this woman who is small isn't pretty enough. How I've never had anything negative to say about Wendy Williams up until now. How stupid are you to like in the same segment, in the exact same segment, you're gonna say you're gonna contradict yourself. It's not like months, a couple weeks later. No, exact same segment. You're talking about the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, the 3 different covers, and how this supposed fat girl who's not really fat, that's trying to change the perception of true beauty, and then your perception of true beauty is to say that someone who everybody thinks is beautiful is not pretty enough. How stupid are you really? I guess that's just the world we're living in right now, and it's just ridiculous. And I don't even like Ronda Rousey. I was happy she lost because she needed to get her ass kicked. She did. It's a humbling experience. I hope she learns from it. There's a lot of fighters. I mean, George St. Pierre, after his first loss to Matt Hughes, learned a lot. After his second loss to Matt Serra, learned a lot from that. There's a lot of people that learn a lot from their losses, and with that, they're basically able to become greater. Like I said, prime example was George St. Pierre, the greatest 175-pound MMA fighter in history so far. And I really don't see anybody beating him. As far as what Ronda Rousey has done for the sport, she's done a lot. You can't take that away from her. And like I said, I don't like her as a person, but hopefully she learns a lot from this loss. And I look forward to seeing her again. I'm done talking. You guys have a good night.